Well, welcome to Patrick Janssens' Kennel. I'm going to introduce you now with Patrick to his derby team, starting with this boy, who is a new dog to the kennel. He is called Aussie Captain, and there won't be too many people that know much about him at this stage, Patrick. So get your money on Wally's a big price, because you think he could have a good chance in the derby.
Yeah, I think he was. He won his last 3 races at Champion Park. His last one he done 28.20, and he trialled last week at Towcester for the first time. He done a good sprint there. And he's having this week a 500 metre trial. Yeah, I think he's a very good dog, this one.
15.20 in his sprint trial at Towcester. He was called Ballymac Captain, and he ran with some top-class greyhounds in Ireland.
Yeah, he was in the last race. He was in with Tour and Duke and some other good dogs, and he won the race quite comfortably, you know. But yeah, he's a good breaker. He's got good early, and he stays very well as well.
He's got a cool temperament.
Yeah, he's very laid-back dog, very kind dog, settled in very well. Yeah, very happy with him.
It's obviously a bit of a newbie, but what are your hopes? I mean, could he go all the way, or what are you expecting?
What I saw from him at Champion Park, I think he's up there with him. You know, is he good enough? I think he is, but that's what you want to hope, don't you? At the end of the day, he's a bit sort of, for me, is in the unknown as well. But when you're sort of around the 28.20 mark in Champion Park, you're running against that sort of class of dog, and you're winning them races, he must be up there with him.
And you're one of the people that owns this dog with a bunch of other guys. Tell us the story behind that, and hence his name, Aussie Captain.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but last year in the lockdown, when we sort of all bored out and we were following the Australian racing, between a few lads of us, we purchased a dog in Australia. So, and then it came about to have a dog here, and the same lads we bought now this dog. So that's why we call them. His prefix is Aussie.
Aussie, we like it. Let's see what he can do at Towcester. This is Aussie Captain, goes in the Star Sports Derby. Well, this is Perrysblueyedboy, who is also part of the Derby team, and yeah, as you can see, absolutely loves people, Patrick.
He does, he absolutely loves people.
He's another youngster though, he's only just 2.
He's only just 2, he started over at Central Park in A3. He worked his way up, and then we sort of took him to Mulgree for the puppy derby there. That didn't really work out for him, the track didn't suit him. And then we started taking him to Romford, and he got better and better, all 5.75. He won the competition there, the heats and the final. And then I took him to Central Park when I'm over 500, and he won that well in a very good time. And then I took him to Towcester and tried him against Clara Lion, and he was only beaten 3/4 of a length. And then 29.67, and I think this dog is improving with every run. So, and he's a wide runner, very strong over the 500 metres. I think he can be the sort of dog who can keep qualifying.
If he doesn't wear out his back legs by jumping up at everyone. That race at Central Park was sort of really good dog
very,
that he
good.
beat.
Yeah, he did. You know, and he was from. He's not. I know he's a wide runner, but he can run from sort of trap 4 to trap 6. He don't has to be in 6. He's a very good dog, really. You know, if you would have said to me 6 weeks ago, Perrysblueyedboy, go for the dive, says you've got no chance. And that's how he progressed, really. You know, but he's got lovely temperament, and he's getting better with each run.
Does he have that will to win?
Oh, he does.
You can kind of see it in him, can't you?
You do. The way he ran at Romford, he got beat every week by Desperado then. But you can see he was beaten 4, then he was beaten 3-2, and only a length in the end. And then when Desperado then retired, he won the competition, and he done very well.
So very much a part of your team. Bit underrated, maybe? Do you think?
I don't think he's underrated. I just think he's coming right at the right time.
Yeah. There you go. Progressive sort then. You can still get a good price for Perrysblueyedboy. And what a lovely dog. Heading to the Star Sports Derby at Towcester. Well, we're in privileged company now. This is an Irish Derby quarter-finalist, Jack's Solutions, and a relatively new dog to your kennel. You've just had this dog a couple of months, Patrick.
Yeah, we did. And we really laid him out for the maiden dive, but didn't go to plan. And he won his 2 A2s at Towcester. Very impressive. But then so he's gone off the boil a little bit, you know, but he's running tomorrow at Towcester in a maiden, and just see how he goes. But on his Irish form, you know, he should be better than what he's showing at the moment. But we just hopefully he hit that sort of form again, and then hopefully hit at the right time while the derby starts.
His Irish form, he was second in the Produce Stakes behind Ewing Taylor. I mean, you don't get much better lines of form than that.
No, you don't, you know what I mean? So he trialled the other day at Towcester and 16.10 in a sprint, was very good. I think he'd do better, but he's you know, I think you know, if you get a bit warmer weather and everything, I think that will help him as well. He hates the cold, as you can see now. It's a bit drizzly and he's standing here like it's -5, you know. But
what was it about that maiden derby? Do you think it was Towcester that maybe doesn't suit him, or do you think he's just waiting to see the best of him?
No, I think he drew trap 1, and if I'm honest, I don't think he wants trap 1. He sort of he won his graded races from trap 2 and 3, and he wants to be just off the fence really. That's where he wants to be. He don't want to be a 5 or 6, but 2 or 3, that's his ideal box. And he didn't break particularly well. Dogs come across him, and then sort of it all happened. But he didn't get beaten far in the end. But you know, it's just when dogs sort of go off the form a bit, and I think he's one of them. But hopefully he'll hit it at the right time again when the derby comes back.
And obviously a proven competition dog, as he showed in the Irish Derby quarterfinals, 100 to 1 at the moment, anti-post.
Yeah. It's worth an each way bet, because if they hit form, you know, he's much better than what he's showing.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. That is Jack Solutions, part of the Derby team. The next member of Patrick's Star Sports Derby team is this dog, Boccos Belly, who just checks out the betting, Patrick. Actually quite surprised to see him as short as 40 to 1, but he has had probably a lot of people back him anti-post way before when he came out with that massive run at Central Park. Yeah,
he did. You know, and to be fair, he's been trialling well at Central Park, Towcester, and he's having his first 500 now for a couple of weeks this week, and we see how he goes. But I think that will suit him, you know, because that's 500 metres, and now he sort of more knows where he wants to run. He's definitely on the rails. If he gets some sort of run, I think he could keep qualifying for a long time.
Compared to what people were saying about him when he did do that flashy run at Central Park, is he as good as people expected then?
I think he's a very good dog, but I think at the time he sort of got flattered a bit by the dogs he was running against, and then you know, I think some racing managers are very generous with their going allowances, and I think that did do this dog no favours. So that's my opinion about it. He's done a good time. He's a good dog. He's a 28-70 dog in my opinion around Central Park, but he's not a 28-40 dog.
So what are we looking at? Maybe into the competition, sort of third round, quarterfinals?
Yeah, something like that. I think he could go. Listen, at the end of the day, he's only just 2, and he's a Kennel grey, and they never start running really until the 2.5. So I think this dog will improve with age, and I think he'll be a very good dog in time. And I think there's a lot more to come from this dog.
Yeah, everybody says that about Kennel grey dogs. It's interesting. Pet name Vinny.
Vinny, yeah.
Nice dog in the kennel.
Oh, lovely dog. He's kennelled with Mel, and Mel is Boccos Melody, so yeah, they get on great.
Excellent. Well, you'll be seeing him going around Towcester in the Derby. This is Boccos Belly. We've got a bitch for you now. This is Boccos Melody, who I first met here actually when she was just 14-month-old pup, and even then, Patrick, you thought the world of her, and she's proven to be a very classy bitch.
Yeah, she is. She really is a good bitch, and yeah, she finished 4th at Newcastle in the Puppy Derby there. She was 2nd at the Towcester Puppy Derby. She's been running. She went ahead, picked up an injury in the last race. She's been trialling back. She's breaking 16 seconds now. She's having a 500 metre this week, and yeah, I think she can go very well. She done as a puppy 29.70 round Towcester, and I think she's a much better bitch now than she was then. Yeah, she can do very well.
Important to remember, she's still very young.
She's only just 2. She's very pacey. She stays very well. Stays very strong. You know, Towcester will definitely suit her.
What are we looking out for the bitch to go furthest market, maybe, do we think?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, that's definitely an option, but I think she's up there with the best dogs as well. I really do. She's done 28-40 rounds Newcastle. She's done 28-20 rounds Mormore Green. She's done some fantastic run around Towcester, around Central Park. Now she's a very versatile bitch, and I think you know yourself with them bitches sort of with the warmer weather coming and they hit that sort of their form. They're very hard to beat. Absolutely.
She's 66 to 1 at the moment, anti-pace. So you think that's a bet by the sounds of it?
Yeah, I do. I think that's far too big for her.
Is she one of those bitches that really has eyes for her dad?
Yeah, she likes her. Yeah, she's a lovely bitch.
She looks it. She's absolutely lovely. Boccos Melody, 66 to 1. If you fancy taking a chance. Well, now we're joined by a superstar, and I'm not using that word lightly. This is Clara Lion, who is one of the main contenders, obviously, in Patrick's Star Sports Derby team. Standard Dog of the Year last year. I think pretty unlucky not to be Greyhound of the Year, actually, Patrick. But just remind us of his CV.
Yeah, he won the Yarmouth Derby in Grey Star, then he won the Kent Derby, and then he won the competition at Hove as well. and then he won the blue ribbon, you know, so he won 3 category 1 races, and I think he won 2 category 2 races. So no, he's a very good dog. He's a very good competition dog. He can run any track, and he can run sort of from 480 to 500 meters, or 515 as we say, you know. But no, he's a very good dog. He picked up an injury at Central Park. We laid him off. He done 1588, and then he done a 2960. So that's very good. That's all he had so far. He had a hand slip as well before, but now he's having a race tomorrow, and then if everything goes to plan, he have one more trial, and then the first round starts.
I mean, absolutely thrives on competitions. This dog, he's done you proud, and you were actually quite lucky to get him into your kennel in some ways.
Yeah, it was sort of a coincidence, you know, when Craig rang me and he said to me, please take this dog, because Alex, you know, she gave birth, and I said, well, I'll take him in then, and then we sort of, you know, I tried him at the Yarmouth, and I thought he went really well, and we ran him at one more, he got beat, but he ran well, and then he sort of went in the Yarmouth Derby, got from strength to strength, and he won that in great style, really. He's such a game dog, he really is. He very rarely finishes out the first 3. He might lack a yard to the bent now, he's a bit older, what I've seen so far, but from the second bend to the winning line, he's very, very strong, very strong.
Has the preparation gone as you wanted it to? Because he's been laid off a little while, hasn't he? He did do a flashy time at Towcester back in March. Yeah,
it's gone absolutely perfect. He done a great run at Nottingham as well. He done a 29.40 odd. But then he picked up this injury at Central Park, and then we laid him off. We left him off longer than we should have done, but we gave him a hand slip, we gave him 2 sprints and a 500. He's having a race now, probably another trial afterwards, and then the first round starts.
Again, you know, they say the best dogs are so well behaved. Don't look at him, he's just seems like a dream just standing here.
He is. He's an absolute pleasure to have, you know, absolute pleasure. You wouldn't know you have him as long as you feed him first.
He likes his food.
It's a bit like me.
Fair enough, who doesn't? There we go, that is Clara Lion. What a dog he's been, and milk contender in the Star Sports Derby. Well, here is the dog known as Big Bill, and you can definitely see why. This is Thorn Falcon. He is huge. What a deep chest, Patrick. He's massive.
He does,
39 kilos, is he?
He's just under 39, yeah. He's a lovely temperament of a dog. He's great in the kennel. He's great at the track. I can't pick no faults in this dog.
Unbelievable. He ran really well in the heats of the KAB Maiden Derby. 29.40 something he clocked, I think. Really nice run.
He did. He done very well in the semi-finals, because at the end of the day, that was only his 3rd race, and he got led. So because I never had a dog really in his qualifying trials what could lead him, and he made a mistake, but hopefully he learns from it. And I thought he was very, very good the way he went by that dog and the way he won in the end. I know the time wasn't there, but times are only for show in my opinion. But it's the way, his determination, that's what you want to see in a greyhound. When they're behind, do they still want to do it? And he definitely did.
And he's only a February 2019, so again, one that we could really expect to see improving through the Derby.
Yeah, he should do. You know, he only had 3 races in his life. 1 at Enniscorthy and 2 at Towcester. He won them all. He can't do no more than that. He's got very good early, great middle, and stays very well. So, you know, it's just, I think he's a very good dog. I really do. When
we did our first Star Sports Derby Zoom room, Lofty was a bit concerned for you with this dog, that he was going to be too big to handle Towcester. He didn't think he'd like it, but what do you think about him at Towcester?
Well, the thing is, if you run Enniscorthy, you definitely run Towcester, because Enniscorthy is much harder to run than Towcester. So that's why when I persuaded Keith to buy the dog, because I said to him, I says, if you can run the Enniscorthy like he did them bends, you know, that's much harder to run than Towcester. So yeah, and it paid off. And
he's a wide runner. There's a lot of talk about people saying that Towcester's suiting wide runners a lot more now. Would you agree with that?
Would I agree with that? I think it is better now at the track that it suits more wide runners, but I wouldn't say it prefers wide runners. I think if you look at the quality of dogs who were in the wide, I think they were much better than the railers. You know, like a priceless Jet. He's, you know, within the clock, he's a very quick dog, but he's a bit of a difficult to seed one, isn't he? He's not really wide. He's more middleish, but he's a very fast. And when he hits the first bend in front, he was always going to do a run.
By the time this goes out for you, hopefully he will have won the KAB Maiden Derby. What are you expecting from him in the Derby?
How long is a bit of string, eh?
Could be anything.
The thing is, you know, that's what greyhound racing is about, isn't it? You know, you brought your 6-7 dogs out, and it's hope, isn't it? It's something to look forward to. I think I got three or four there who are definitely good enough, you know, but how they're going to progress. Are they going to hit form at the right time? But I think this dog is very, very good.
I've been leaned on by a lot of greyhounds in my time, but I'm not sure how many of them in 39 kilos. I'm actually struggling to stand up here. He's absolute beauty. What a dog to look at. Thorn Falcon, can't wait to see him in action at Towcester. Well, Patrick, your career has gone literally from strength to strength, but I feel like you're always a little bit unlucky when it comes to the derby. Do you feel that too?
Yeah, I probably was. I definitely was with Bockos Doomie, you know. He never took to Nottingham really, and that was such a shame because he was such a good dog. He was definitely good enough to win it. And but listen, what can you do? You can only do your best, and what will be, and you can't get worked up about it because you can't change it.
You've got a team of 6 or 7 this year. How do you rate your team as a whole?
I think they're very good. If I have to pick one out, it'd be very difficult. I will always go for Clara Lion because he's been there and done it. Thorn Falcon is very good, but at the end of the day, only had 3 races. You know, how good is he? You know, I think he's good, but you don't know until you run against the best dogs. You know, then you got the Perrysblueyedboy is improving. You've got your 2 Boccos dogs, Melody and Belly. They're very good dogs to their own right, you know. And yes, it's difficult really. You know, you got the captain dog, the Aussie Captain dog. I think he's a very quick dog in Ireland. He's a very good breaker, what helps at Towcester. And but you just don't know, you know. If I'm honest, you know, there ain't a Bockos Doomie in this lot, you know, but they could turn out to be one of them because, like Clara Lion last year, he was only so-so, and then he sort of developed into that great dog. And what you got to forget about Clara Lion, he's such a good competition dog, and that's what you want. It's very rarely the fastest wins the derby. It's the most consistent one, and he is definitely consistent. And what we've seen so far from Thorn Falcon, 3 races, 3 wins in good company. Can't ask for no more.
He's an absolute stunner. I think those 2 probably head your team, but for the people watching this that want to have a bet, which one would you say?
Which one would I say? I wouldn't put them off any.
Really?
I wouldn't, no, because they're all. Look at Perrysblueyedboy. Even when you look at his record is phenomenal. The last sort of 5, 6 races, and I think he's an improving dog. He's 29.67 first time round Towcester. Was very good. The Aussie Captain dog. I don't really know, you know. And they're the value bets really, if I'm honest, you know. And you look at the Boccos Melody. She could do anything, that bitch, you know. And when a bitch really hits form, they're very hard to beat. So they're all up there. I don't think I can't put them off any of them.
The trainers hit a bit of form as well. You are, of course, a champion trainer. Things going so well for you here. Not yet to win the derby in your own right. Maybe that will come this year. But you've paraded derby finalists, derby winners, and loved every minute. Kind of Ready was one. I think there's 2, wasn't there, that you've been involved with Mark Willis?
No, I was only with the one.
Just kind of Ready.
Just kind of Ready. Yeah, that was a great moment, you know, when he won it. Yeah, because he was bred out. The mum, she was always at the kennels, kind of sleepy, and you know, Darren Johnson owned them, and you know, Mark took over I think it was the first year he took over. No, it was 2nd or 3rd year. Walthamstow was just closed, and we're all a bit of on the downer really. So, and then that happened. You know, that was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So yeah. All we can do is do our best, and what will be.
Good old Del Boy gave you a night to remember. How do you explain how special a derby is to people watching this that have stumbled across it and they don't know about greyhound racing, they don't know about the derby? How do you explain like the magic of it?
That is the ultimate. That is the ultimate in greyhound racing. You can win golden sprints, champion stakes, blue ribbons, whatever there is in the calendar, but it's great. You can win champion trainers 20 times. It's nothing compared to that, because that is the ultimate prize. Every trainer wants to win, every owner in my opinion, and that's what we want to do. And will it be this year, will it be next year? Might never happen, who knows, but all we can do is do our best and turn the dogs to the best of their ability, and then what will be will be.
Thank you so much for having us here today and introducing
you.
us to your team. I really think that there's one progressive going to come out of your team this year that's going to go far and hopefully can take you all the way. Yeah. And if not that, then obviously Clara Lion, who's proven. So good luck.
Thank you.
And we'll see you at Towcester.
See you there.